מה רציתי להגיד? טוב, אתה יכול לדבר, בבקשה. וואלה. טמבל. שוביניסט כזה ואין דברים כאלה. וואי, איפה הקפה שלי?
איתן, דוקי חבר שלך?
Your mother is a trash. You hear me?
Understand that there are different sects: American Reform, Conservative, Rabbinical, Orthodox. Even my homie is a Karaite Jew. Obviously, Messianics, X, Y, Z. We get it that there are different, sects. There's even atheists and secular, which is kind of whatever. But I get that. But the disturbing part is that the main scripture for modern Jews who are religious and or culturally practice, the Talmud, is the foundation for why they do that demonic fucking practice. That's the point. Respectfully, of course.
But you Ashkenazi, though.
Who is?
You.
I'm not Ashkenazi, nigga. I'm an Israelite. The fuck is you talking about?
You Ashkenazi, bro.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, what's up? I was like, who the fuck is talking crazy to me? What's going on?
He was an Israelite talking crazy.
Good, man.
He said that you Ashkenazi.
Bro,
Fuck out.
who the fuck is
He ran the night.
You Ashkenazi, nigga. Shut
I
up.
was about to go home.
That's so funny.
What is talking
I knew that would get to you.
you know exactly what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I was like, I
I'm
want to call this nigga
Come
a
on.
straight fake Judah's face, man. Let's see how he take that shit this morning, nigga. That nigga said, what the fuck, nigga? I'm an Israelite. Yeah, see, you gotta know who you know who only a few people would know to make that type of joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man. I was like, why would he say something so pointed that would trigger me? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was good, Paul.
I came in right on time. It was on topic.
Yep, I gotta give you that one. That shit was funny.
Yeah, what's
Good
going
to
on,
see you
everybody?
too, man.
Yeah. You don't have to stop
we
through,
just
man.
chilling,
Stop
man.
through. I make
We
all
chilling,
my
bro.
rounds. I talk to all my peoples.
Yeah, you know it.
Oh, yeah.
You know it, man.
I see y'all
Good, though?
chilling.
Everything's good? Everything's good with you, bro? I can't hear you. If you're talking, I can't hear you, so just so you know.
I want to say he got hello. What happened?
What's up, Shasha?
Shit, I done went in the airplane mode. My bad, bro.
Oh, there you are. You back now.
What you think of the what's going on in America right now with the immigration situation?
Oh, you know how I feel about you. No, Power. I'm pro-Trump, bro.
I
you
know,
know how I
but
feel
about what you
we've
think
had
about
conversations. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not against necessarily the policies and philosophies as far as making the country more oriented to the people that is here, legal citizens, people naturally born here, and all that. I'm not against that. But to actually see the deportation going on, though, and mad power starting to ramp up, what do you think about that? Because it's one thing for us to... Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
And I know Power, that, you guys hold a view where Latinos are brothers and sisters,
Well, no, I didn't grow up with that one. Remember, I didn't grow up with that.
So you grew up with...
I grew up in the first wave. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. Well, regardless, so...
It's just crazy to see.
I know, it's wild, right? My thing is, I've always had a great relationship with Latinos. So I would be sitting here lying if I said, oh, Latinos are bad. That's just not true for me. But I got to put rule of law above everything. I do. You can't incentivize a country that rewards people for breaking the law, respectfully, even though I've had a great relationship with Latinos, I've never had any issues, X, Y, Z. I just, I got to support the rule of law. I had to, so. And I'm already pissed. Go ahead.
You know, it's crazy. I just want to say, man, just real quick, it's crazy because I have the same sentiments like you have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a little different because you know, LA back when I was coming up, we had our little war. You know what I'm saying? With the
Yeah. I was gonna fucking say.
But it's funny. My new girl is Mexican and black. So yeah, it's weird the conversations because at this
That's
time,
hard as hell. Oh my gosh. How do you manage that?
It's hard. It's hard because I never dated a Latina at all, like or whatever. And so now with all this stuff going on, it'd be hard to say. Cause you know how I am, Solomon, bro.
That's why I date my own kind. Let me tell you, because I don't
You're
have
an OG.
I can't have those conversations with y'all because I would be like deplorable.
Man,
You gotta hold back how you feel and be sensitive and like.
And this is a smaller room. Guess what? My man worked directly under the Trump administration. I don't care.
man.
Yeah,
That's why you date your own kind.
Shit.
Not date your own kind. Please stop.
Well, yeah, I was gonna
Date your
say.
own kind. You don't gotta
No,
have those
I get
awkward
it, but that sounds so fucking racist.
It does, but the thing is it's so you don't have to have those awkward ass conversations about that type of stuff. So you're not divided and divisive within your own household. Your children aren't divided because like
No, but that's what I'm saying to
God
thee.
forbid
Like,
your
why
husband
did you
is an
choose
immigrant.
now to talk to a Latina girl?
I didn't
And now you gotta be
choose.
sensitive.
You gotta understand. I didn't
You
choose.
gotta be
Watch this.
sensitive.
Solomon, watch this. Look how I met her.
For issue he
Bro.
support. The fuck?
No, look. I met her ironically playing Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
She's a gamer,
okay.
bro. She's a gamer.
Damn.
Right? So,
Look at Call of Duty bringing people together.
right. I was like, I don't know whether to say COD or God. You know, like, but, bro, I don't want to get all into it, Solomon, but, you know, she's half my age, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I'm just saying that's a lot to manage. I'm just thinking about all the dynamics.
Oh, it is right now, but...
Yeah, that's a
Wait,
lot.
Miss Parker, you think we supposed to like
Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Say it again.
You think we supposed
No. I'm just saying.
Now, Miss Parker, you wouldn't tell me what your age was. I didn't notice that.
I don't judge. Yeah, nobody knows.
Yes, Solomon, this is, and you know, my 20th year reunion is coming up. This
Oh, it
year.
is? Oh, yeah, mine is.
Have she even had one? The fuck?
No, she about to turn 21.
Man, that's crazy. She can't even drink.
Is it though?
I mean,
Like,
what's the
Okay, now leave us alone.
her family is Mexican. They've been drinking since forever.
Okay, change the topic. I don't want to talk about this. No.
Yeah, always.
Look,
I don't know. What's wrong with it, Jazzy? I don't know.
I don't see, like, y'all about to try to normalize
flex.
No, I never stayed at the Ritz. I stayed at the hotel next to the Ritz.
Flex.
I've been to the bar at the Ritz, but I had to dress because the first time I tried to get into the Ritz, they wouldn't let me in because I was wearing jeans. So the next time different trip, I was like, fuck the Ritz, I'm never gonna go again because they denied me. But the next time I actually wore a suit, went with a client, hung out at the Rivoli bar. It's actually a very nice hotel. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I stayed at the Ritz Radio Show.
Yeah, just make sure you don't wear jeans. That's all.
Have you ever stayed at the Four Seasons?
In London? No.
Anywhere, just anywhere.
Yeah. In New York, yeah.
In New York, flex.
Yeah, I had dinner at the Four Seasons.
Yeah, that's a fucking nice hotel.
Yeah.
I stayed at the W like 100 times. It's really nice.
I love the W, dude. That was always my go-to. It was always the W.
That was my girlfriend
hotel. W Hilton is good, yeah, always.
It's a party hotel. It's always a party hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, the W is my girlfriend and I's go-to place.
Yeah, like I think my favorite W was when I stayed in Dubai at the W there. It was like it was on point, absolutely on point.
Oh, that probably was the one crazy trip, huh? Dubai is crazy, huh? I've never been there yet.
The crazy part was like I remember so we stayed at the W and there was a rooftop like club, right? So we go out to the club and there was like girls in bikinis doing bottle service, like pouring drinks in guys' mouths, and it's like, am I in fucking Dubai? It's a Muslim country? What's going on? But there was a separate room where it was all like guys like smoking hookah, right? Because Muslims can't drink. So you have an entire section of guys smoking hookahs, and then the other section, like a 2-story like nightclub with girls with bikinis, like pouring drinks down guys' throats. It's
crazy. Yo, it's basically Dubai is just like another like London, basically, bro. It's not London, New York, whatever. It's one of those type of cities. Like, are you telling me you didn't see no Muslims drinking there?
I was supposed to go to live in Oman, and they said it was even more of a party place than Dubai.
I was swiping on the dating apps in Dubai, and like I was just getting so many hot girls that match, like compared to like the US.
Yeah, same. There's a lot of girls from England.
So there was one time when I was hanging out with an Emirati, and we went to the northern part, or the western part of the UAE, on the very edges of Dubai. And yeah, there was a lot of, obviously, they weren't wearing their garbs, they were wearing suits and shit like that. But you can tell, like, yeah, those people were definitely Muslim, and they were definitely drinking, and there was definitely a lot of strippers in that place. But I remember...
Definitely a lot of strippers.
And I remember, so I was, like, I obviously looked American. I remember, like, the one guy is like, dude, like, no phones. I remember I got yelled at. And he actually looked at me, and it was one of the situations where it's like, delete that picture. Dude,
oh, yeah. You get arrested for that. Are you kidding me? Like, if you're Muslim in Dubai and you get caught drinking, you get jailed.
Yeah.
You know, if you get found with drugs, there was this white guy from, I don't know if it was from England, whatever. He went to go for a doctor visit in Dubai, and they took a piss test, or whatever, to see how his kidneys or whatever going, right? They found drugs in his system. They arrested him. He's not even. He's from another country. I think I'll put the article up. Even that shit was. When I found that out, I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." Even if you have drugs in your system from another country, they can arrest you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I wouldn't. That's why I value freedom.
Yeah,
I think all drugs should be legal. Like, if you want to import like 50 tons or 50 containers worth of fucking cocaine, like, go crazy, Pablo. Like,
and the thing is that really going to change the users? Is it going to increase the users if they?
well, what's supposed to happen is, like, you essentially destroy all the violence associated to drugs, like in terms of like cartels and like all that stuff, because basically like cartels are gonna have to deal with pharmaceutical companies who are actually legitimate business people that are gonna provide like a better quality product at a cheaper price.
That's right. Simon, what do you think about illegal prostitution?
I don't know why there's illegal prostitution.
Either
now,
way,
obviously,
people,
obviously, morally, like I can, like obviously, I wouldn't do drugs, and I wouldn't, be a prostitute or want to pay for prostitutes.
But nobody has to
but like
moral.
the legality. Well, that's how you justify it legally, because you could be morally opposed to this, but like in principle, it should be legal.
Does it harm society? That's really what.
Well, I don't give a fuck if it harms society or not. It's like it's not the role of government to fucking tell me what I can or can't do.
Yeah,
the role of government is to prevent me, is to stop me if I violate people's rights. That's their role.
I have to keep it secure though, also.
No,
secure is. Yeah, go ahead, David.
I was gonna be a joke. If Simon wants to get his DS, let Simon get his DS.
He said DS. I'm dead.
That's why you just go to Amsterdam or Vegas. Those two cities.
No, Amsterdam is coming back on that. Like my last friend who went to Amsterdam is like, the red light district doesn't really exist anymore. It's still there, but it's been
conservatized.
Yeah, it's like you're not allowed to do this. You're like, yeah.
I went to Amsterdam one time. I was shocked, bro. My cousin's showing me around. There's the girls in the window. I was like, yo, this place is crazy.
Now the girls in the windows are wearing like dresses.
Oh, that's horrible. They were wearing like thongs and.
Were they naked like in the windows, or they were wearing like bikinis?
They were wearing like thongs and stuff last time I was there.
Okay.
That was like 3 years ago. So.
Yeah, you gotta just give. You gotta give them a taste. You can't give them the whole thing, right?
Yeah. You have to go inside. You have to go outside.
Yeah, like how much?
But the thing is, I was like, yo, so we're gonna do it on this little bed, whatever. Like, I'm looking through the window, you can see the little bed. I'm like, how many people have been on that bed just today?
I'm sure they changed the sheets.
Oh my god, bro. Germaphobe. I was like, that's just disgusting to me.
Well, I mean, you have sex in girls' apartments where, who knows? Did you ask her before? I was like, just so you know, before we have sex, when's the last time you changed the seats?
That's not as bad as somebody that's doing it as a job. And just have people walking in a line, walking in and out all day. Oh my god. That's crazy. Like, all types of diseases are just in the room. And they were fine. Oh, bro, they were gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. They were really sexy too.
I don't doubt it.
It could never be legal though, because it's like women see prostitutes as like scab workers essentially.
Well, of course. It could be legal. Just people don't.
Yeah,
want it to be.
like in Vegas, right? Like they have the legal ones, right? They get tests and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so like there's like, not all prostitutes are bad.
It's not even about being bad or not. It's just people don't care.
Or
not
bad in a way that like you can get a disease. That's what I mean. Sorry.
Yeah,
But if like in Vegas, like when they're testing them, and you know,
Isn't it?
it does.
That if it was legal, like they'd all be. It's like regulated and safer.
Ah, dude, it'd be such a tax. That would be amazing. Like you make so much money
regulating it.
Well, you have to regulate it at some point. Like it's regulating
you
fucking
don't.
cigarettes. Well, you
Yeah,
can't sell
cigarettes don't have to be regulated.
But you won't sell like a 14-year-old cigarette.
Women to bear their burdens. It's through responsibility and sacrifice that we become the best versions of ourselves.
I see why the Lord chose y'all.
I know you did not come in here and say, I see what else.
Oh, yeah, they got chosen for a season, because when we had it, we tore it up. You want the pimp. Mary Magdalene came and she took her last bit of whole money that she did for prostituting and bought some oil and scrubbed Jesus' feet to tell on. Some of y'all ain't.
Oh my God.
Yo, that's a Catholic position that they think she's married, that woman, the sinful woman.
I never said that. I said she took the last bit of her money that she got.
That woman is just a sinful woman. That's a Catholic view. Are you a Catholic?
I said the woman took the last bit of her money. She had 2 pennies. She took the last 2 pennies, bought some oil, and scrubbed Jesus' feet with them. That's what the Bible says. That's what the Bible says. That's not what the Catholics say. That's what the Bible says.
If she's a prostitute, she's gonna have expensive perfume, bro. So
she
that's
bought
something you don't know about.
Well, she bought the oil and scrubbed Jesus' feet with it. That's the whole point I'm making.
Yeah, but Jesus didn't rebuke her. He actually applauded her.
Yeah, he said your sins are forgiven. Go on, your sins are forgiven. That's Luke 7:36-50. I know that one.
And he was telling the Pharisees.
Y'all mad because the Lord chose the white people to come whoop y'all butt, and that's what y'all get. Don't be mad at that, because you can't get mad at the Lord. How you gonna get mad when the Lord did it? The Lord captured you and described it to you, to your conscience.
So I sense why you were so troubled that we were holding white people's feet to the flame. I sense an admiration in you for them that I do not possess. I have no problem critiquing these whites.
You don't love your
Well, your title of your stupid room about the downfall of the white community is actually about the downfall of the black community, because you guys are just reverse projecting, if you understand.
I think it's important.
Did they actually do that in Congress?
Yeah, that definitely happened. The senator was not that was somebody else, obviously. But
yeah, obviously. But I'm saying like anyways.
It's important to rewatch movies like with updated worldviews as your life progresses.
Yeah, dude,
that's why I rewatched South Park.
Yeah, Rico, like if you watch that movie right now, like in perspective of like what the U.S. smoking situation is, dude. First of all, you would love it, and I want to hear your interpretation after the fact, because I think it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I remember liking it. I do remember enjoying it.
Yeah, I think it was a great movie. Just the character's a fucking asshole.
Oh, that's the point. He's supposed to be an asshole.
Fuck. Yeah, well, fuck him. Well, fuck him. Yo, I can't wait to be in fucking Portugal, man. Get some good pastas de natas.
Do you surf or no?
No.
I was gonna say, like I had friends send me surfing videos from Portugal. It looks insane.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really be able to leave the hotel, so I'm not gonna have enough time to do I'm going for work. Jesus. Jesus Christ. He looks fucking horrible.
Is that a Scottish accent?
I think so.
Time for peace, and there's a time to whoop ass.
Did she get her taco fries?
I ain't gonna sit there and let my sister get worked though either. I'm gonna stand up on principle.
Yeah, if you turn the other cheek gonna get slapped. Now you got two sore cheeks. You got to whoop ass at a certain time, man.
Yeah, two sore cheeks in heaven to get you a long way.
So can we back up? Can you tell us what happened at the Taco Bell, please?
Did you really fire him?
His ass
Is there a video?
His ass is fired and threatened.
I just watched the video. That is.
Oh my God! Is there a video? Can we find out why they were slapping each other at Taco Bell?
I don't know, but I saw
Please.
Black Lives Matter.
D, can you hear me? D, can you hear me?
Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Sorry. I just wanted to know.
Okay, so basically, older black lady, we deal with a lot of people that's on drugs, going through a lot of things out here in California.
That sounds like the black community. I think it's the black community which is truly falling, not the white community. It's just my opinion. I mean, put me in the queue, moderators.
What is a community?
It's all right. It's all right. You gotta go.
It's French for community.
Down here. You gotta go hang around some of them people.
We got some French speakers in here.
Some people down. Really won't understand unless you down here. So first of all, let me say this: the lady tried to come into their.
Did they preemptively kick me? They preemptively kicked me. They got there quick.
Fucking creepy.
Here's the story.
I didn't say anything, bro. I didn't say anything about this.
Shut the fuck up. Here is the story that he told us yesterday. Listen and listen very carefully. He don't believe in Islam. So when he got into his new job, they put him with 3 Muslims that God. So he went to the mosque and prayed with them, like fake. It's called taqiyya in their thing. Whatever. After a while, they kick him out of the room where he was with them, and he went to the Hindus. That the Hindus believe in Hinduism or whatever they believe in, the Buddha, and they gave him room. You understand? His own people kick him to the wolves, and the Hindus took him in. But he had something to say about everybody else. Do you understand how much of a hypocrite piece of shit he is?
Biggest hypocrite ever. Holy shit.
There you go. Now,
concession. We want to go on this. So, we'll go along with it if you give us more spending in this regard. And, of course, when Democrats, Congress and Democrat president tend to get together, just like Republican presidents and Republican Congress, the spending goes through the roof. But it's a strange dynamic when you get a Democratic president with a Republican Congress. Republicans actually find religion and they become conservatives again. And that's thrown out the window again when there's a Republican president, as we will see in this current administration.
That is an important dynamic, Scott, and I agree with you. I would point out, though, that what really happens is the dirty work. It usually comes in the form of Republicans hammering, Democrats over the head, of course, to reduce the deficit. And the only way to do that, to be really clear, the only way to do that without people who think they want less spending howling as their favorite programs are cut, is to increase revenue. And so it always falls to Democrats to increase revenue. And that's what happens only during a Democratic regime, a Democratic administration. And so I think that's really kind of the most critical thing, is that Democrats always increase taxes. People hate that, so they get voted out. Republicans come in, cut taxes, but still spend. There's never spending cuts. That's what doesn't happen. And as I say, there's more to it than just the debt. But people always look at the debt and they use that
what's interesting too is if you look at the federal budget every year, 70% of it is Medicare, Social Security, and the military. Right? We're an insurance company with nuclear weapons. But it also is just so brutal to cut military spending because there's no votes in that, right? Because then you're weak on defense. And it's brutal to propose entitlement reform because people that get Social Security and Medicare vote, unlike young people, right? So it's just, so when the Doge comes in and talks about, you could cut the Department of Education. You could cut the whole thing. It wouldn't do that much as far as reducing the deficit. It's a tiny sliver. And it's just, I mean, but we don't want to talk about this stuff because we just don't want to be adults about it. We'd rather pretend that Doge running around, cutting staplers and less expensive air fresheners, all this stuff is going to make a significant dent in this behemoth, which is just absurd.
If you're in the audience and want to come up, please raise your hand. You can talk about whatever you want. KC, you're new. Good morning. Welcome to the show. What would you like to talk about? KC going once. KC. Okay, we warned him last time.
Uncle Steve.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
On you, me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third time. How does it go?
Actually, you said it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I gave him every benefit of the doubt. Yep. If anybody sees him again, kick him out of the room and block him. Block Casey. Yeah, that's how it goes. Let's say hello to Cindy Lane. Good morning, Cindy. It's a pleasure to see you on the show. What would you like to talk about?
Discrimination with white people.
All right, let's talk about discrimination with white people. Go ahead.
I work at a job, and ever since I told them I have a tumor on my lungs, I've got written up and I've received my final warning.
I would get a free consult from a lawyer.
Yesterday, they told me we want you to work from home. 2 people reported something. I'm like, what? 2 people reported something? What are you talking about? We don't want anyone to be uncomfortable. I'll drive you home. I know you don't drive. I know you don't have a car. I drive, but I don't have a car. So I'll drive you home. So we're driving, and I said, why am I working from home today? He said, there was reports I need to research and investigate.
I would get a free consult from a lawyer.
Yeah, and now he told me, he said, I'll be in touch with you this afternoon with more details. He went into what these girls reported, and he said, we want you to work from home on Monday. I'm like, okay. The one girl I was very, very close with. I mean, close, so close that she rubbed her tits out in the open in front of me dancing for her boyfriend. Okay? She went and told them that I'm calling her on my off work hours while she's working. She hangs up on me. She'll say, Cindy, I'm on the phone, I can't talk, bye. I say, bye. And that's been the extent of our conversations. And now she reported me. Why couldn't she come to me? You're showing me your tits, and you can't come and tell me not to call you? What's up with that? And women suck.
Well, the solution to that problem is easy. You should send her a note, an email, a text, saying you told the story to Uncle Steve, and Uncle Steve wants to personally examine those breasts ASAP.
I love it.
Women should not be showing their breasts at work. I think a full-scale
investigation. No, it wasn't at work. No.
Okay.
No, it was at my house.
It was at your house?
Yeah, we were very good friends.
No. Well,
You're gonna have a lot of men pretty angry with you.
Well, hey, it's just a good faith investigation, and I want to be put in charge. And in fact, I won't charge the company anything. This will be voluntary. It won't cost anything, and I want to take charge of this full-scale investigation. You know, well, let the twins out. There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you would like. Okay.
Cindy Lane. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
We like sex talk.
Well, as long as it doesn't cross over the line, and that's one of the reasons why I have the best mod squad in town. If it starts to cross over the line, the mod squad will say, hey, Uncle Steve, dial it back. But there's no problem coming right up to the line, yeah.
I'm going to share something with you, because I think you're near my age. Near.
I'm 64.
I'm 57. Does sex not get better as you get older?
Oh, and by the way, I found CJ and I blocked him, everybody. Does sex get better as you get older? I'm going to tell you, there are two schools of thought for men. Can't speak for women because I've never been a woman.
Let me put you onto something.
Sex gets better
No, but seriously, this is something a lot of
when
people sleep on.
a woman starts to know a man's body. When a woman knows what a man wants and what a man does not want, and then emphasizes that.
Well, my husband communicates with
Well, that's one of two. The other way that sex gets better is to have
a third party.
No. I wasn't gonna say it.
Okay.
The other way that sex gets better is when a man has a new partner every day. If a man is not married, he would love to have sex with someone new every day. But absolutely no question about it. No question about it.
Surprise me.
Yeah. But the other way, of course, is when a man is with one woman and the man tells that woman, the man has enough guts, the man has enough chutzpah to tell that woman, yes, I like that. No, I don't. Harder, softer, left,
There's a growing
right,
debate
up,
these days
down,
about
and
non-duality.
she does exactly what he wants. So those are the two ways that sex gets better.
Well,
Yeah, in my humble opinion.
Well, let me tell you.
Oh, and anybody in the audience, you're free to disagree with what I just said. Please
When
do.
my
Or
guy
anything.
told me the other day, he said, I don't even need to put my cock inside you. He goes, all I need is my fingers.
Okay, I can tell you right. I can tell you right now. Now we're crossing over the line.
Okay,
So
What?
no more talk. No more talk about putting a cock inside you. In fact, no more talk about putting anything inside. You know, my mom always told. You know what? My mom. Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay.
My mom always told me, never put anything inside your ear except your elbow.
But we hold
How do you
hands.
do that?
We hold hands.
That's the whole point, Professor John.
We now hold hands while making love. We hold hands.
There you go.
And I'm not talking bondage way.
No, I understand.
I'm talking sideways. We
I
hold
understand.
hands.
I understand.
Yep.
Yeah, leave the handcuffs, ropes, and chains in another room. You
And
guys
after
spoon,
menopause-
yes.
After menopause, it gets better because we're not worried about.
I was going to say, you don't have to worry about getting pregnant. That's right.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that's enough talk. And Dad always told me to, whatever happens behind closed doors, leave it behind closed doors. And with that, let's move on. Thank you, Cindy Lane. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
If anybody in the audience wants to come up, please do. Let's say hello to Wisdom. Wisdom, good morning. Welcome back to Ask Uncle Steve. What would you like to talk about?
Good morning, Uncle Steve. This is Wisdom Books. I'd like to read from the book of Wisdom or Folly.
You have 60 seconds to read whatever you want.
Okay, here we go. This is called On the Ecstasy of Samadhi and How It Differs from Others. Confuse not thou this beatific vision with the trances called Samadhi. Yet is Samadhi the pylon of the temple thereof. For samadhi is the orgasm of the coition of the unlike, and is commonly violent, even as the lightning cometh of the discharge between two vehicles of extreme difference of potential. But as I showed formerly concerning love, how each such discharge bringeth either component more nigh to equilibrium, so is it in this other matter, and by experience thou comest constantly to integration of love, or whatnot, within thyself, just as all effort becometh harmonious and easy by virtue of practice. Rememberest thou the first time that thou wast thrown into water, thy fear and thy struggles and the vehemence of thy joy, when first thou didst swim without support? Then little by little all violence dieth away, because thou art adjusted to that condition. Therefore the fury of thine early victory in these arts magical and sciences is but the sign of thine own baseness and unworthiness, since the contrast or differential is so overwhelming to thee, but becoming expert and adept, thou art balanced in the glory and calm, even as the stars on Clubhouse.
Well, yeah, that was amazing. Please take my elbow, and we'll give you a first-class escort to the VIP. Yeah, and anybody can come up and read for 60 seconds. I have
Steve,
no problem.
are we supposed to take the same elbow that you're sticking in your
Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yes, James Corletta is raising his hand. James, please take a few minutes.
Yeah, just a previous speaker mentioned something about prejudice against the fair-skinned folks on the planet, and I don't think that was even brought up. So I'm curious as to why even mention that.
Yeah, that's right. I think she started talking about prejudice against white people and then went into sex, right? Or am I confusing the two?
That was bait and switch, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She was fishing for some white nationalists up here.
Oh!
That's what she was doing.
Well, let's say hello to... Oh, well, James, are you finished, James? James, are you finished?
I am.
Let's say hello to C. Good morning, C. It's a pleasure to see you back on Ask Uncle Steve. What would you like to talk about?
Actually, I don't really want to talk about anything. I just want to let you know you got some characters up here today.
Yeah. Well, we not only allow, we encourage everybody. If you're the smartest person on the planet, or if you're an idiot, or if I agree with you, if I don't, if I like you, I don't, you are encouraged to come up and speak your piece. One thing that I can't stand is when somebody comes up and then doesn't say anything. And, that I don't like. That I don't like at all.
Well, yeah, but, Steve and I, you would be able to rapport. We've done shows together.
Yeah.
We got some characters.
Yeah.
They hang up there on the stage and chime in after I hear something that piques my interest.
I love that, and that's how the show is supposed to work. So if you're in the audience, we encourage you to be bold, brave, courageous. Come on up like Brian is going to do right now, and you can talk about anything you want. Brian, good morning. It's a pleasure to see you back on Ask Uncle Steve. What would you like to talk about?
I'm sorry, my phone kind of dropped out. So
That's okay, no problem there, bro.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Just a couple of things, and something I've wanted to say for a while, and I just haven't had a chance. But sometimes I hear people in rooms kind of saying something, then they'll say, "Except for on Clubhouse" or whatever, kind of, like a better way, kind of denigrating, I guess, some of the houses or people on Clubhouse. But if
it's not that difficult to do, trust me.
Right. My point is, though, from rooms that I visited last year in Clubhouse, the election went just as it sounded on Clubhouse. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And also, I haven't been able to research the story thoroughly yet, but I saw something this morning about the hatchet people fired all of the nuclear regulatory people, like a bunch of 100 people whose jobs were to oversee our nuclear arsenal. And then once they realized what happened, they had to scramble to try and hire them back. I don't think anybody is against going in and finding waste and getting rid of waste, but these people are taking a hatchet to something they should be using a scalpel for. I mean, they're just laying waste to a lot of government. And, in the VA, they devastated the VA because
alive at the same time, right? Like, what's that word? Juxtaposition. I don't think that's the right word, but like Schrodinger's cat.
I mean, of course, the fraternity is kind of crazy.
Brian, I agree with you. I've been saying forever there's a lot of waste in government. There's cuts that need to be made.
Because you can't change that as a guy. So
some
the guy
places
is
you can't
insecure about his little thingering. That's a new thing. Thingering.
That is.
Then, work on like workout or something.
That there is clearly wasted.
Yeah, well, if
Some places you can't take a hatchet, but as you said, some places you need a scalpel.
There's such thing as foreplay.
That's probably the best thing that's going to be said.
See?
That's pretty amazing stuff sometimes. It can be real good.
That's a literal game changer.
Oh,
when guys realize that exists.
I know, right? It's like you can warm the chick up a little bit, get her going, give her a couple orgasms first, and then
right.
And then
didn't she say she's done? She said
You're in a situation where you have all these federal district judges that are issuing emergency temporary restraining orders asserting that the executive in Article 2, who is the president, is not allowed to look through his own treasury. Basically, what you're saying is we are, as the citizens of the United States, we are giving money to the government out of our payroll checks, out of our income taxes, and out of our corporate taxes. We're giving money to the government, and they're just throwing it away. And so, if you're not going to let anybody look at the treasury, then what are we doing? Because and from that standpoint, I would say shut the whole thing down. Because there is no way that you can rationalize saying, no, you're not allowed to look at this.
Christian, you don't have to even mute up. Let me just say this. People seem to have a problem with Elon having access to their information. And my pushback is, he's the richest man on the planet. If he wakes up today and says, I want Christian's information, he's getting your information. You don't need to go to the Treasury Department for that. We had the Patriot Act. Anthony, hold on a second. We had the Patriot Act. That gave the government carte blanche to go through everything. Our emails, our phones, everything. And they're worried about Elon Musk.
And again, what in the world is the U.S. Congress doing? Because they are the ones that write the budget. And I want everyone to keep in mind every single time that they pass a continuing resolution, which is a spending appropriation bill, they are continuing the spending from the previous appropriation. So what that means is, if you, let's say you have an appropriation from the year 2001 or 2002. Well, if no one is going through the budget to balance the budget or get rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse, you're reauthorizing the same spending and appropriations.
Well,
this is why you have waste, fraud, and abuse.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address other than your home? Well, at
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without.
problem that's going on. Democrats, the Democratic Party, is so worried about what Donald Trump is doing instead of doing their jobs. They're feeding us the same rhetoric that they just got blown out in an election with. And they're not pivoting. The Democratic Party, in my opinion, Christian, is on life support. If they don't fucking wake up and get some new leadership in there and some fresh ideas, we're going to have a Republican president for the next 3 or 4 terms. Good morning, Norm. Normo.
Hey there, let me finish this cup of coffee and I'll get back to me.
Got you. Dr. Adams, good morning. How you doing? Adams? Dr. Adams, paging Dr. Adams. All right, Anthony, you were going to say something, Anthony?
Yeah, bro, man. This brother, Christian, your points, JB, like, I don't think people have ever seen, like, LexisNexis. I don't think people really understand the amount of information these social media companies have on people. Like, I don't think people understand the business principles that need to be instituted into our government. There's so much, right, we can maintain, to a large degree, the current level of service if we got rid of fraud, waste, and abuse. There is so much of this. Like, why don't we have, like...
Anthony, let me ask you a question. Anthony, let me ask you a question respectfully. And I'm not trying to dox you, but I know you dabble in real estate, right? When you go buy a house, right, you do those bank forms, you have to put your social security number, right?
100%, bro.
And when you go for a credit card, you have to give your social security number, right?
Absolutely.
So guess what? They know everything already. I'm not worried about Elon having my information.
Like, I drive a Tesla. There's cameras all up in there's cameras that track my eye movement to ensure that when I'm using full self-driving, that I'm paying attention. There's, like, you think conversations aren't, like, if people wanted to use it for nefarious purposes, this is the right man to clean it up because he's approaching it from a new point of view. You guys have heard about what it takes for a government employee to retire. It's limited to 10,000. They still use manila envelopes. It's some cavernous BS crazy system. This makes no sense whatsoever. The system is broken.
I tell you what, Anthony, let me tell you something, bro. And this is really the truth. I never thought in my lifetime that the Republican Party would be the party that actually listens to the people. The Democrats have become such an elitist group that shoves shit down our throat that people don't want to hear anymore. That's really the truth.
That's the absolute truth, man. Yo, JB, we know 101, the most fundamental thing. Follow the money. Yo, this is what Elon is doing. They're following. Oh, why don't you get some professional auditors? You want some bean counters? When we live in a world where we all are walking around with supercomputers in the palm of our hands, where we can apply AI and algorithms to actually track with the payment system and to weed out corruption. You guys want a couple of bean counters that have been trying to do the same thing for decades? Decades.
Well, Anthony, let me jump in here real quick. Because as you're talking, the one thought that's coming to my mind is, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for different results. This government has been doing the same thing over and over again for decades. Donald Trump has come in and said, you know what? We need to change it. Now, listen, is he in that gray area where he might be breaking some laws? Yeah, but you know what? He never gave a fuck about the law anyway. We needed a change in this country. And I tell you what, and I said this before and I'll say it again, Donald Trump was at best, and I'll throw the pandemic in there, a mediocre president his first term. Donald Trump is ego-driven. He wants his legacy to be that he goes down as one of the greatest presidents. And he's doing everything he can to secure that legacy. Good morning, Wisdom.
Good morning. I'm on usdebtclock.org, and I don't think people understand the financial calamity that the U.S. is currently in. Unfunded liabilities right now. Kick me. Apparently, I must be doing something right. I must be doing something right. Can't actually talk about the numbers. We can only talk about low IQ dumb shit that nobody cares about. Oh, vey, reboinoi, shaloiloim.
Wait.
I'm telling you, my ex-boyfriend didn't break that shit for nothing. I'm gonna take one more.
What's up? Is this a man-hating group?
You can sell anything in this world as long as you market it the right way. It's like vaginal rejuvenation.
Why would a man want to pay your fucking bills? That's right. You got a vanity problem. You vain, you egotistical, you narcissistic.
Let's hear some wisdom.
You a vain, narcissistic, egotistical, self-centered bitch.
Oh, I already know.
The guy that records the rooms and puts it on YouTube.
Hi, Benji B.
I remember that voice.
Are you guys not talking about feet and weird stuff anymore?
No, I stuck the penis out a little
Just
bit.
stick it
There you
out.
go.
It's all right.
You see it now, right? You see how it works.
Yeah, we understand.
Cooker and drinking a mint julep on his porch.
Come on, man. You gotta do better than that.
Yeah, no, that was weak. I agree. Sam, I'm interested in something you said about Malcolm X. Like, you were just saying that Malcolm X had this one crazy belief, therefore, like, he's not reasonable or rational, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I think if you have a sufficiently irrational belief, it kind of generally clouds your entire epistemic.
Fucking move me back to the audience. I need like
I totally disagree with that.
I need to hire people to essentially go in here now and troll all these rooms.
Israel's justified in
He's giving us an out.
Okay, can we at least admit